Tell me what the average school day is like. What kind of stuff do you do at school?
Worksheets and taking notes because it's the same thing over and over again.
I come from a background where the people in my family were makers, but the more that I've taught and worked with children, the more I realize that that isn't a given.
In 2012, my friend Freedom showed me a video.
Store, and I met this 9-year-old boy named Kane.
I'm Kane.
Who had taken over his dad's store with this elaborate cardboard arcade.
School for me was just like it's been described. Worksheets and notes that didn't seem to have much to do with the world. The same thing, over and over again.
I posted the film online 4 months ago. Little did I realize that both of our lives were about to change.
And I met the filmmaker at a conference, and I found out that many, many other people loved the film. Nirvan and his group had started the Imagination Foundation, and cardboard challenges, single days of building, like Kane's, were happening around the world. Having worked for a while with kids and technology, and knowing what we could do with the cardboard, I knew I had to do more. And I started a company called Code Create to do it.
Whatever you're making out there, if you can finish up, bring it on up here.
What children had to do, cut some shapes out of cardboard, and afterwards they would put these pieces together, and they would use aluminum foil in order to attach to them, so they would soon be programmed into Scratch. I was more of the guy, like the instructor, who would walk around and help those kids with whatever they needed.
It was a great example of what really meaningful community engagement looks like, having young people and adults working together.
At the beginning, it's just the limitations of cardboard, but then once you make something, like you can take it and make it a lot more interesting. And I like the ability to choose what I did with my time and energy. I helped a kid named Jeremiah build an alien dog. I cut the cardboard for him, and then he had some questions about other stuff, and then I just ended up helping him.
Inside this window, you can see... Well, as an MC, I just had this microphone, just walking around with it. Whoa! And I'm on that seat, just talking about what I see. It was the best part when seeing them make these things that I wouldn't have imagined be possible. Like, I saw someone make an entire castle out of just cardboard.
I thought it was really interesting to see their ideal bedrooms or their memories of September 11th. There was a September 11 memorial created. And then your fair share of, animals and buildings and rocket ships. But all of those things, which are inside the minds of young people, come out and become expressed through something, again, that is usually discarded.
I liked wearing sharp tools as necklaces. That was fun. Well, I felt like, because all of those sites are very different from each other, so it could reach a wider variety of people. I felt responsible, and also I liked cutting the cardboard.
Well, I've worked with lots of organizations across Chicago to help put together community learning events, and we've been fortunate to have the cardboard switching challenge, and I think all of them. You can walk into a maker party and see many computers unattended, and then see the tangible things swarming with kids, with adults. I've seen everything from just kids who are jazzed about being able to cut out cardboard, which in and of itself is creativity. You're taking something you're seeing in your head, you're reproducing in cardboard, to kids who can call me over and say, look, this cat meows when I press this button.
There were more kids than I expected, and I agree with Ella that it gave it a sort of momentum or excitement. I saw a lot of kids coming that knew each other, working together, and even some who didn't. It was great for me as a parent to watch them given specific responsibilities, and then also being able to enjoy it just as kids making as well. I heard not too long ago play in a learning context defined as the opportunity to work with materials without any prescribed outcome.
I wanted to make something that could record how the cardboard challenge went, so I thought something where people could sign it, and then I thought making like a yearbook.
The other element that's great about the cardboard challenge is the way that something so low-tech like cardboard is used to prototype creations that are connected in really high-tech ways. So using things like makey-makeys and basic circuitry and foil, young people were able to construct technological devices that interface with computers using, again, materials that they can find in their kitchen or basements or backyards.
By prototyping, you get a chance to quickly bring something to life. You get a chance to discover that your imagination has value. The kids who go through a prototyping exercise and successfully build something, they walk away empowered. Success begets more success. So they walk away thinking, hey, I can do this, I can create more. If I can create that thing using just cardboard, maybe I can really conquer that science project after all.
That we almost done!
We've done what we call cardboard switching at over a dozen places. Kids tape on simple wires and build a simple computer program for that cardboard to do things. Cardboard cats meow, cardboard people walk onto the screen, and whatever young people think of, they make happen.
Southside Maker Faire comes to mind. By the time I got a chance to walk over to Code Create and the Cardboard Challenge, there was a town of cardboard, I think is how I would describe it. There was a guitar, there was a teddy bear, there were animals, all kinds of creatures.
Ooh, I do like the parts where I get to amaze the customers just by touching the cardboard.
I made a flute out of duct tape, cardboard and aluminum foil with 5 notes. And I attached wires to it.
So it was great to see young people working with cardboard, hands-on, taking their imaginations and making things they envision in reality in a really simple way with scissors and tape that also connects in a meaningful way to skills, competencies, and opportunity that are really 21st century job requirements.
I plan to go to DePaul, and I know there will be some projects where I have to make a video game, but I will have to collaborate with team members. So I'll have to use some of that confidence that comes from being a leader.
I think the real value in the Cardboard Challenge is that not just you get a chance to prototype, but you prototype something that is actually interactive. It can make a sound, it can move, it can light up.
Good job, I like that. Does that make sense to you what it's doing? Oh, you're making a circle.
That really brings the young people in.
It allows an opening for everyone to try and get digital if they want to, but it doesn't force it upon you.
When we talk about transforming the learning landscape, we talk about creating one that is connected, where learning counts anytime, anywhere it happens, and where youth are encouraged to explore, create, and share in their learning. And I think the Cardboard Challenge is a great example of that opportunity to sort of explore, create, and share.